Hello, everyone. It is time. The tongue block is here. No, we never thought of anything better to call it, and honestly, I'm not going to try. Because why mess with perfection? Joining us now is the old god of Chameleon and the Chameleon King, as I collectively call them, Quill and Kefka. I'm going to let y'all take it from here and take care of the rest.
Hi everybody, I'm Quill. You probably know me by now. Kefka. Probably know Kefka too, but Kefka, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm Kefka. Ran CT for like 11 or 12 years, so we're here for Tongue Block as always, baby.
Oh
let's
man,
let's play some Twist.
we are old, huh?
We're old. We've been around for a bit. Quill.
Yeah. Yeah, so just for being clear and fair and honest to everybody, I have practiced this game in the last 4 months for approximately 4 hours total. And that's how good I am if it does well. If it does horribly, it's because I couldn't find time to practice because I'm an old man that works. One other thing, we we are doing I'm doing a incentive for myself. For every damage that I take, I am donating $1. And my parents, who drove up here 2.5 hours today for some reason, and aren't currently watching because they went to a hotel and don't have a computer. Yeah, I don't know, man. They're gonna watch this back later and go, "Why is he talking about this?" Anyways, they're matching the $1 per damage donation. But chat and/or CJ and Kefka, please help me keep track of that because a lot of times I'm talking and not paying attention to the game.
Kefka, I'm foisting this responsibility upon you.
Oh, don't worry.
I believe in your
Every
ability
time-
to count.
I'm gonna be making fun of Quill so hard every time he takes damage, every single time. So trust me, I got you, dude. I
And
got you.
one good thing is you guys donated to get all levels, and all levels means more money because there's an awful room where I'll take a bunch of damage in the run. So anyways, if you'd like to match that donation, it would be very much appreciated. It is $1 per death. I'm expecting to donate around 20-25, but we'll see how it goes.
You know what, Quill? I will
Yeah.
take the hit plunge as well.
Let's do it.
All right, I'm with you.
Ooh.
Okay, I'll match you.
I love it. All right.
All right,
Well, we got to get started, and it is all levels, right? I don't want to be.
it is all levels.
right.
You wanted to see it,
And you said Fred won the bid war.
and Fred won the bid war. If you don't like Fred, don't worry. You can vote to pick the Chameleon for Chameleon Twist 2, which is coming up next.
Incentive live now. Is that correct?
Incentive live now. Yeah.
All right. So I'm ready to go. So I'm going to count down from 10 because I went too early here on this ready to go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right. Yeah, this game has been at SDAT for like 4 years in a row, and some of the off marathons too. So like, most people here probably have seen this game a little bit, but if you haven't, this is Chameleon Twist. You stick out your tongue and you twist, and it's a 3D platformer for the N64. This is the mechanic. We're going to use the tongue in a bunch of ways. That's the game. That's the short version. Outside of that, we're platforming, and we're trying to reach the end of each level, which has a boss, and there's 6 different levels. We call it all levels because we do all of the levels, all 6 of them. Any percent does not do all of them, and that's why it's any percent. But yeah, that's the general concept. So we'll probably talk about some of the more interesting levels more in depth, but this one literally is just tongue twist jump. That's the whole level until we get inside the cave at the end of Jungle Land, and I say end because behind this door is a secret entrance to the boss. And you can skip a whole like minute and a half section of the game.
Yeah, that trick in particular really helped push the game to a new level when it was found for sure. And just that, you take 90 seconds off of a 12-minute speed run. That's significant.
Very.
And then the boss is super easy. You just,
Right,
as you
yeah.
saw, Quill just lapped up a couple butterflies, right off the edge. Easy peasy.
Yeah. And since this is all levels, we'll be doing Antland. This is one of the levels that gets skipped in any percent. By the way, any percent, there's no glitch, there's a damage.
There's $1.
Okay, there's another one.
There's 2. Let's go.
This is the level where we're going to be taking the most damage to the wallet, as well as damage to the chameleon.
This level in general is fundamentally, I would say, probably the most complex level in the game, in a sense. There's just a lot of things in it. A lot of enemies, a lot of stuff that can go wrong, that usually do, especially at events.
Yeah, like this room here, it can spin 1 to 3 times and different lengths. This is like best RNG possible.
Yeah, that was nuts, actually.
Sometimes you can just lose 15 seconds there.
The object there is to just kill all the ants, and then the door opens.
Yeah.
There'll be a second one of those rooms later where the ants move a little bit faster.
Yeah, this game does that a lot.
Yeah, it does. It likes to double down. It's like, oh, you really don't get the point. Well, here it is again.
Right.
It just gives you the same puzzle a second time.
It really hits you with the, oh, you didn't know?
Yeah, for sure. Oh, there we go. That's one thing, like right there. There's another damage. You have to hold the direction that you want to spin in after you grab the pole, so sometimes you miss by holding it too early.
Now you'll notice that some doors here, Quill's not opening them. He's kind of just vaulting back into them. Most of the doors in the game can be clipped through with careful positioning and timing of the back vaults that you can do on your tongue. And this level in particular has more of those than any other level in the game, which is it's a good and a bad thing.
Yeah.
You know,
You can
means you
do
can
it.
skip a lot of stuff, but they're not the easiest.
Yeah, they're, I believe, frame perfect. And every 2 of them is an attempt. Because the first one sets up your position and speed correctly for the second one. That will not be true for the last door clip that we'll be doing in this level, because there are 5 of them, which is far more than every other level. Oh, I forgot I didn't get all the ants because 2 of them blew by me. Alright. Alright, last SDAT, I went the wrong way here. You can just do this on the Japanese version. I was so excited to talk about the strat, but there you go. I did it correctly this time. Alright,
Okay.
here's the damage. 4. This clip you cannot set up because the ants get in your way. So you kind of got to get lucky.
SpongeBob, me boy, you're spending all me money.
7, 8.
Quill, please, I have a
9.
mortgage.
Me too. Alright, we didn't get the clip, but the door opens after like 45 seconds.
You have 4 health for Quintella.
Yeah.
one less hit point than she does.
Yeah. And we're trying to do a couple of spin cancels here, which will make the cycles faster, but they are more dangerous and make the fight a lot harder.
The object for this fight is Quintella. She'll hit her butt on the ground, make some ants come out. All you got to do is just knock her over, shoot her with ants. You have to hit her a total of 5 times. Each time you do, though, Quintella's going to spend more and more in between each sort of cycle. And you can cancel the spins. As Quill said, they're quite tricky. Some people are better at them than others. They're weird. They're really weird, though. It's one of the weirder strats in the game that I would argue a lot of people don't really bother with as a whole. There's 11.
Yeah, we got the cancel, but we did get damaged.
Yep. And you ran out of ants, too, which happens. You can do the fight in such a way to where you don't have to wait for Quintella to eject more ants to shoot her with, which helps.
Yeah, the Japanese version of this boss is much harder. And I should mention
Yep.
the room where we took the bazillion damage, approximately. That room does not have a door in it in the US version. But the Japanese version is faster in so many other ways that if you can get that clip, the Japanese version is significantly faster for all levels. But if you can't, it's about the same.
And
or
it
worse.
evens out,
Yeah.
more or less. Maybe even a little worse, depending on how other things go.
Yeah. The Japanese version is definitely the harder version of the two. Bosses in general are harder, and there are more obstacles, and actually there's more things to do as well. There's just more content in the Japanese version. We're on to Bombland, though. So this level is all about bombs and blowing
Nice
stuff
filler.
up. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I was aiming for the other pillar there, by the way. That's why I kept calling it out.
This is one of the shortest levels in the game. Probably my favorite level. A lot of people's favorite. It's very straightforward in terms of how it's ran. You'll notice there that Quill just grabbed a cannonball. It's worth noting the positions of those cannonballs or where they shoot out. Completely random. So it's not super hard, but you know we got a little lucky there to get one to bring into this room, which speeds things along a little bit.
Yeah, I'd say you get a cannonball more than 50% of the time, but it still is luck-based.
It's
Also,
not quite 100. It's not quite 100 though. You're right.
there is an intentional damage, but we're still counting it. What are we at?
Yep. So that's 12.
All right.
Oh. Nice corner jump. That went well.
Used to be the
A lot
hardest
trickier
trick in
than
the
it
game.
looks. It did used to be the hardest trick in the game.
All right. The bomb wand door clips have been killing me lately, so... All right, 4 tries. Not terrible.
That went well, all things considered. No fall
I don't know
there.
what I'm doing here. I don't use that camera for this. All right. Yeah. There we go. All right.
There it is.
We're in. Everything's okay. I'm seeing a lot of twisters in the chat, by the way. Run and Rain, and I haven't seen Onar, but those 3 are the top 3 at this game right now. And Kefka is number 4 at a very close number 4. So I don't know why I'm doing this. Nobody else agreed to do it, I guess. But
And kill on that
all
boss.
of those guys.
There is a faster strategy for that boss
yeah,
now.
that's true.
that-
I practiced it. It's really hard.
It's not too easy.
Yeah.
It really isn't.
I wasn't ready to do it in a marathon yet. Because if that boss gets out of hand, he gets way out of hand.
It snowballs really hard. It really does. So this is one of the other all-level exclusive levels. This is Desert Castle. A bit of a community favorite, I would say. It's one of the only levels in the game where you don't really go from room to room. It's kind of all just outdoors, and you're just going from point A to point B, but not through loading zones.
Yeah, I know we skipped all the cave at the jungle land, but that part is room to room like the rest of the game. That was weird.
Whoa. That was weird. It caught me by surprise. It like launched
Can I
you.
make this?
Ooh.
Nope. See ya.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll wait. That's fine. It's
So
just a
this is
casual playthrough.
We call this LeBron James cycle.
Yeah, LeBron James cycle.
Yeah, the moving platforms here are on a global cycle, where as soon as you start the level, they're moving.
Yeah.
If you go quick enough, you can not only make the cycle that Quill missed there, you can make the cycle for it, which is not easy to do. And you can do it by the way you're seeing Quill attempt to recover there.
Yeah. Now we're really
tricky.
on LeBron James cycle. So normally LeBron James cycle refers to something in the next level, Kids Land, where our friend Lively Raccoon was making fun of the names that we had for all the cycles, for the global cycles in the level. And he was just like, "Oh, I'm on LeBron James cycle because I missed the stupid jump." And it has become an affectionate term for, I'm on a cycle and I don't know where I'm at.
I'm accusing you of getting hit by that arrow on purpose.
Okay.
Yeah, that's 13.
Yeah, thank you. I forgot that I was
Actually,
taking
no, I'm
damage.
sorry. I'm sorry. That's 14 if you count the spikes.
Oh yeah,
I
the
forgot
spikes.
to count
Yeah.
the spikes. Yep.
Yeah, you ate that arrow. There was no jump.
Pretty difficult vault here.
Yeah, that's frame perfect.
Nice.
I learned from
Yeah, nice.
Rain and Run, who just know all the information out of their heads all the time. All these jumps are frame perfect as well, by the way. Yeah. If you
They-
jump on that
they
sand,
actually
it's frame
slow you
perfect.
down too. That's
Really?
the best part. It's slower. Like it's slightly slower to jump down it than it is to just just ride on down. You got to go for the swag though. Yeah, this is the sand slide. It's eventful.
Yeah, this is. I'm looking at chat. I can't do anything here to speed this up. It's fastest to just stay on the slide.
That's when you take a drink of your water during the run.
Yeah. I should have done that. I am thirsty. But yeah, as you can probably tell, this level and Antland are the two that we skip in any percent, because they are significantly longer than the rest. And you'll be able to see that with Kidsland coming up, I hope. There is always the possibility that I just mess up Kidsland in the worst possible ways.
Kids Land is one of those levels it's very easy to just bomb it, like entirely. That was a really good section there.
Yeah, that went
Well,
really
that's,
well.
that
I
was-
wish I
that
could
was
do that every
nice.
time.
15. Oh, nice boost.
Thank you, thank you.
This will be 16.
All right.
Although that damage there is intentional. It's the
yeah.
only one of those in the game. You'll see a lot more of those in Chameleon Twist 2 later.
Right.
A lot more of those. But in this game, that's the only one of those where if you fall out, off of the edge in a specific spot, the game sort of warps you forward.
Oh, I meant to mention, some people feel motion sickness when they see this part of the game. So if you do,
Yes.
I hope you feel better soon. I'll send you a get well soon card in the mail. Just send me your credit card number, your social security number, the 3 digits on the back, and your birthday, please. And I'll send it to you in the mail.
Yeah.
If you have a passport, put that in the mail while you're at it.
Yeah.
Hey, guess what? Your stripper name is the street you grew up on, and the 3 wacky digits on the back.
Man. So coming up is probably one of the coolest bosses in the game, honestly, especially when it goes well. It has a really
Yeah.
cool strategy to kill the boss quickly.
Yeah, this
One
is
of the more
Armadillo.
And it's very simple to see what's going on too. It's not one of those like, how did this boss die? It's very like just mechanically basic but fun in an interesting way.
So we're going to stand back where he can't quite reach us, grab 5 dudes that he drops, and shoot him on his way down here. And now he's going to pop out of the ground, and we're going to shoot him as he's coming up out of the ground. It's a little tight, but not as tight as it probably looks, to be honest. He's got a pretty big hurt box.
Also a little bit harder to do on JP because getting the 5 dudes at the beginning requires adjusting your position.
Yeah.
And if you're even one like gradient off to the left or the right during that adjustment, you won't get all 5 of the dudes, which stinks.
All right, so we're getting into Kids Land, which is the hardest level at every single level that you're playing in the game. Like if you're a beginner, if you're an expert, this is the hardest level for sure. And it's because of rooms like this that are on global cycles that we try to make as early as possible. And we have seen cycles that we didn't think possible in recent years.
Yes.
And we have Rain and Run in the chat to thank for that. So, can't believe you guys have done this to us, but congrats on the great times.
Good job making high level twisting inaccessible.
Yeah, those guys are crazy. So if you want to see some insane level gameplay, go watch them as well. After SDAT, of course. And this is RNG, which unfortunately means that we are not making good cycles.
Worth noting that at the top level of play, this room here is skipped entirely by clipping through the door, which is not easy to do. It requires a camera manipulation to make sure you have the correct angle and so on and so forth.
Right. So
very intense stuff.
To be clear, we found door clips existing in, I believe it was 2019.
Something like that.
We didn't find a Kids Land door clip until 2022. because the doors are just built different. Literally built different. And instead of being... I'm going to do one here, yeah. Instead of being those easy setups or anything, we have this crap. And this is enough to make you want to quit the game. And that went super well. But it has made people quit, for sure. But yeah, there's now a strat. Oops, that was bad.
See, when we had one of those in the run, I was like, yeah, this is great. Now that there's 4 of them,
yeah.
Not as much. Like, ooh, tough. Very tough.
Right, we're going to stand on the side here, avoid these guys. Dumb jump. That jump's dumb.
And good old last room of Kids Land. This room here is casually the most difficult room in the game.
Yeah,
and
by far.
It can trip up everybody, including experts.
Yeah.
I've seen beginners get stuck in here for 30+ minutes, many times.
All right.
Not even be able to get to the end of the room.
So we went for a glitch there. There's a frame perfect press the start button to pause the game. And all that would have let us do is get to the pause menu 11 seconds earlier. And now we're going to do this stuff. And you're like, what is he doing? He's not even playing the game. Why is he going into time attack mode? Oh, he's going back into the game. What that lets us do is move during the cutscene, and this is the only boss in the game that is damageable during the opening cutscene. Also, that's the first time I've failed killing him in one shot since I was practicing. So normally you can eat all of those guys in one go. I didn't jump high enough. It was my fault. So we just take an extra cycle, and everything's okay.
You didn't take damage in Kids Land, though. That's nice.
Oh, that's true. Look at Miko.
Yeah.
What are we up to?
15.
All right.
All right. Well, what do you think? Is he going to end under 20?
We'll see how Mr.
See how
Books
this goes. Yeah. This is the final level of the game. This is Ghost Castle. It's kind of a nothing burger of a level compared to others, in my opinion, but a few things that do exist that are of interest are of high interest, is the best way to put it. The beginning of the level here is just sort of kind of like riding a roller coaster, is the way I've always felt about Ghost Castle. The beginning is just like, oh, here we go. And then when you get to about the third of the way through the level mark or so, that's when you're going downhill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's where a lot of runs go downhill, too.
Yeah, yep. Yep. A lot of RNG in this level. It's some of the only RNG that we've not solved as a community as well. Including, unfortunately, the final boss. Hooray!
Love to see it.
Love to see it.
Final boss of Chameleon Twist 2 is also pretty bad. Here's your first RNG. Which mirror to break, which opens the door? RNG.
And the positioning of these platforms is... It's RNG, but within like a certain radius. And what that means is... Oh, lovely. There's 16.
Oh yeah, these don't work, by the way.
What that means is the X and Y... the vertical position, I guess you could say, of these platforms is set in stone. They're always going to be like a certain distance-ish from each other, but the horizontal position can change. Sometimes it's possible to skip platforms entirely. Other times it's not. It just sort of depends on where they spawn.
Yeah, and you can always skip the first and last one. So if you're trying this at home, go for that. Also if you're trying it at home,
next room, but much harder.
Yeah. Also, if you're trying it at home, do whatever you want. This is a video game. It's not life or death. It's okay.
You created that scenario and then you talked them through it. So thank you. I didn't know I needed that.
You know what could be life or death, though? Not donating to this charity. Everybody go donate.
Wow. Yes, exactly. Yes, please.
That's like legitimately, you know. Alright, anyways.
Yeah, this is really life and death.
We filled the RNG with charity vamping. Here we go. We're getting into the last room of the level before the final boss, which has a really cool trick called Cuss Vault, where we jump on top of one of those little poles that we've been seeing the whole time and do a vault off of that.
Well done, Quill.
Thank you.
Well done. Not that there's certainly harder tricks in the game at this point, but it's not easy, especially when you're on a good pace.
Yeah.
And that's one of the last things you have to do.
When
Quite tricky.
Custom found it, he thought it was going to be TAS only. So it's definitely tricky. Here's the final boss, by the way.
So this is pile of books.
Oh no, a damage.
That's, yep, 17.
17, 18, no!
You ruddy jackass. What are you doing? I'm on to you, Quill.
Oh, that arm didn't come out. I forgot it. Oh, that was a legitimate oh no. Oh no, 19!
You son of a gun, what are you doing? Can't finish him!
I haven't seen a book spin in about 8 years. Quill.
Yeah, I know. Alright, so now he's gonna move crazy. Oh no, 20. Oh, we didn't want this shot anyways. We want a curve shot. See, that's the curve shot. That's the good stuff. Here's time. And time. I did it.
That was bold. Claiming time before he even done the shot.
Yeah.
Wow.
I said it like that. That shot on the Japanese version is absurdly hard. We said that we've seen people take 30 minutes on the other level. I've seen people take 30 minutes on that final boss. It is much harder than I just made it look. The first phase is easy, but the second phase has cost people very prestigious runs. Shoutouts to Onar, who lost a sub 10 to that final boss on during record time, the Speed Docus event, to try to get the first sub 10 in this game.
That did happen.
Yeah, that was a good time, CJ.
Yeah, it was a good time. It was a good time. Speaking of good time, yeah, this was a good time. You threw a little at the end, and I'm
For
feeling
charity.
it.
For charity.
Yeah. All right, fair enough. Maybe next time give me a heads up before I take the pledge. But yeah. So thank you, Quill. Thank you, Kefka. This was awesome. I know you're not going to go very far because our next run is Chameleon Twist 2.
Yeah, I think we're both just hanging out, right? You and I are both
Yeah.
commentating that.
We're gonna be like those two old Muppets sitting and complaining
Statler
about
and
it the whole
Waldorf.
time.
There you go.
Yeah, exactly.
CJ, you're hosting for the next run too, right?
No, I'm not.
Oh,
This is my
okay.
last host.
All right.
Yeah, we're not doing the run it back. I am committed tonight for like 6 hours. So
Gotcha.
I am taking a much deserved break. But don't go far. We're going to take a quick pause, and then when we get back, we're going to be getting set up for the second half of our tongue block. So don't go touching that dial. We'll be right back.